You see something, doctor, you go talk for all village, no. Now you go announce am for village, you don't hear, no. I don't arrange all village, all villages the inside up. I don't arrange the all thing they go smooth. But now una village, no, una we bafanji, no, una want do show say una strong, no. People then go die for that place. They go bomb compound for that place. You see una village, they get 2 chain quarter for buy and give me. If una get, now you go talk all the thing while they talk so. You go talk for village, no. Even that the M now how much they go buy 2 chain quarter, 2 gun. We na chain quarter them. 1 gun na 6,500,000. 1 na 6,500,000. Una go buy 2. Give me. Ke una go up and down, una go buy am. Ke una do wetin una go buy am. If una not buy am, I go dey enter kidnap one by one. And any man where the kidnap is so I see the enter for here na 5 million he want. Yes. Any man where I enter for this so cash am so come back na 5 million he want. Yeah. Oh me the whole village join so she don't aim the money. Yes. Me come on me then give am for me. OS no, then go see thing where I go do. All villages the inside up. They the year now for me. Una go she don't una on for the talk say no. Una now una the be stone cold them. When something come out, una go talk na for near them. For una for Buddha, una for Usai, una go talk for them. Now then they can't chop una village. We go do them something for that una village no, they no go green. Yes. Now the highest thing that way we can't hold you. We want the kidnap one by one. Any big man wey dey for that way, I go take it. Ke go Usai go, I go take him. Omi run left the compound. Yes. Omi they aim the money. Any man wey dey say up license for that market no, he go as I dey take it so far enter for here. He go give me money where I ask am for you. I start am so I start am. You wey me na you dey talk so no, go up and down. You go buy my own. You go buy me chain. You don't hear no. You go buy me chain gun. Where you dey go up and down, you go buy me chain gun. I no feel like you. Forget about that 500,000 you dey talk am. Forget about 500,000. The message, the audio the way they talk for you no. Call correct people the way they dey for village. Tell them. People they the whole village even phone because phone for Bamukumbi. He dey try for turn Bamukumbi maybe some kind way. But me no. I go tell you say near them. Right for inside town for up station can't reach from up. Military they fear me. When I did the years I stand for road no, with my own people them. They change road. They know how they behave. But now no, now we go see and say Bamukumbi na nye then get am oh na me I get am. Yes, now till why they try for talk for you. The message why I send them for the talk where they talk for you now so not to where they talk. Send them for inside people their phone. Yes, send them for inside people for Bamukumbi their phone. Make them hear thing why they talk. Either make them she don't for down. M 12 million, 12 million, give me. Oh, me the 11. I go to enter any day, anytime. If I ping you, if I mistake enter, so I get any place where I get them. Now it go sell land then, sell place then give me. Because I no one say I fix that place. I don't try by all me. Come for day, talk thing there for them. They no one here. They earn money for village. Then go get enough for me. The earn money go support for owner for Bamessing. They go support for Bamessing. The earn money go support for Bamessing. They don't ever earn money can give me. At the third thing una know, una go earn my own money. Yes, all village go earn money. Man picking go be na 5,000. Then woman na 3,000. Then they go earn my all village give them money for you. You go bring up. Yes, you go bring manga and can't give me. I dey tell you so. I need to ask them. If not be so, I go show una pay for that village. Yes. The day for struggle where if struggle find today, now way una day for big people now una picking the way una dey go school. They go school. Now then go year 5. Not be we where we not go school. Then una dey make we dey die they go. Well say show that picture. Show that picture for the way the whole picking for Bamukumbi knock and kill him. Below way be a soldier for Bamukumbi, the whole of our way knock and kill him. Then now one by one we go see him. Yes.
Where them day, my country people them. When I look at all these pictures where they there on the screens where they show una, from Joshua Carr 73 Teeth, Gabila, and So Foncha, Abdul Karim Ali, Ashu Kingsley, Vela Franklin, you get Nick Santos, Success, Langmi Nestor where they prison today, Tapang Ivo, David Makongo, you get the Mark Barretta them, and all of these ones where they do on the screen, Eric Tato, Marianta, Wonja, and a bunch of them, Kukuda Beans, Mangang where they for prison today. Now we they achieve all these results. Caroline Maladem, when I see the pictures where they show now on the screen, are concrete evidence this. Just like the text where I write, say, Chai, for 2018-19, gone are those days of Eric Tato, Gary Master, Tapang Ivo, Mark Barretta, Atta John, and all the rest, Steve Nebok, Akosun Pauline, all of these people, they will make noise at the peak of Ambazona terrorism. I will make this post now for September 2023. And I go read way I write them at the bottom for now. But before I even read them, when I look at a Bon Kingsley, also this one Ambazona Bobo Day, also Paul Nilong Day, also Sperm Chop Nan Chop, Joseph Weber, and all the rest. So now wait this way I be write them for that 2023. I said, dear Black Legs, my country people them. From time to time, we have to look back to understand how far we have traveled. We have to take stock of our successes, enjoy and celebrate it. The gallant, effortless fight on social media is as important as the military operations on the ground. You, the gallant black leg, should never underestimate the importance of what we are doing on social media. When you look at this picture, you would understand what we have achieved. And by appreciating our own success, it gives us the impetus to continue to march fire and to do more and achieve better results. I want you, all of you, to try to imagine what Ambazona terrorist propaganda it was like in 2018. Now, look at them today for 2023, where I be make this statement. You and I, we, the Black Legs, we work together to achieve these fantastic results. Not Cameroon government, not some white man, not European, not the United Nations, not the African Union. We, ordinary Cameroonians, them, we Black Leg, we assemble for social media, we constitute ourselves. It is not by magic. Now we do them. It is hard work. And for that, I thank you and I congratulate you, Mashfire. I write this statement now for the 15th of September 2023. And now why that it be important for me to repeat them today for 2024, and we'll go repeat them again for 2025 and 2026 and 2027. Because now we, they make the magic happen. Now we get the responsibility for clean our own territory. Now we Anglophones them, bond up picking the way that they destroy our zone. Now we Anglophones them radicalize them. Now we Anglophones them give them those guns. Now we Anglophones them get the responsibility for destroy the Ambazona terrorism back. And it not only being that they are so-called social media activists where we don't take them away from social media, away from Facebook. We are talking about even the noisemakers where they be there on the ground. Like the No Pity, the Oliver 33 Expo, the Ayeke them, the RK, the Amigo them, and all the other noisemakers, them, Efang and the rest. As we compromise them, we display the body for social media. Now they make them, they demoralize the other ones them. Because of me and you, Amba terrorists, we kick them out of social media. Their propaganda don't work anymore. Their lies they don't work anymore. They don't recruit one gullible Anglophone youth for carry gun enter for bush again for this 2024. No be possible. Now because of me and you, not the Cameroon government. Okay? They don't raise money. They don't do demonstrations abroad. What do they have? They get a few band of terrorists there, mostly in the northwest region, where they still kidnap Anglophones for ransom, and a broken clock can tell the right time twice a day. So yes, maybe once every 6 months, they go kill one gendarme or one police officer where be negligent. Yes, and many of them where they fall that shock. Now negligence. Every 6 months or so, maybe one police, one gendarme will go down. What does that mean? It's a broken clock telling the right time twice a day. It means that we'll use that clock for send satellites into space? Hell no. It's still a broken clock. So Ambazona terrorism has been defeated by me and you, the ordinary black leg on Facebook. Now the importance that of which way we did one, me and you, the results in way we did achieve them. So going back to the person who be asked me a question a few days ago when I tell when I say Cameroon government not to fight Ambazona terrorism. So he asked me say, well, countryman, does that mean say we black legs will waste our time? I don't know me how else for pass a point for when I make it be clear. or clearer than this. I don't talk, and I wide away every single time we will achieve a success. I make sure say I can share the success with una. Make we celebrate them, because this is what gives you the impetus. I don't try all my efforts to make una understand this basic reality. Say no be na Cameroon government it achieve all these results. Now you and me, no be some magic button. No be na some commander-in-chief wey dey for Yaoundé. No be President Paul Biya. No be na the army. No be na police or gendarmes. Now you and me, the ordinary person wey dey for Facebook, now we dey achieve these results. I don't try all my best to make them. And then for a black leg, for can't ask me that question. It just means say maybe you never ever even listen to anything where I don't ever talk. Because we been at the tip of the spear for destroy Amba terrorism. No be Cameroon government. First of all, Amba terrorists need to fight Cameroon government, and they need to fight that President Paul Biya. When they ban schools for Ekondo Titi, Paul Biya need to go for school for day. When they block on our roads, burn hospital for Kumba, burn hospitals then for Manfe, burn motor park for Manfe, kidnap Reverend Fathers them, behead people like Madame Ayafo Florence, bury women them alive for Batipu, it doesn't affect Cameroon government in any way. It affects now you and me, the ordinary Anglophone civilian. It affects now our economy, our quality of life, our happiness, our lives. It affects now we. So now we get the responsibility for fight them, not the Cameroon government. I hope I don't make that point clear. When I look at this list again, we assemble them for now. This one now just wait to assemble them since 2023. As days they go by, more and more of the terrorism they surrender. Some of them they just go quiet. Some of them don't die self. Like when I remember this guy where they talk about frog must go. Way be there for ATF, it go for Ghana, it die for day. Plenty of them don't die. Plenty of them they don't become bankrupt. Plenty of them they don't be arrested. They don't enter shock. They don't face the consequences of their stupidity. And now why that way the thing don't die down? Now why that way gone are the days where the Amba terrorists they will do demonstrations or protests assembling in London, in Berlin, Paris, and Washington DC. South Africa and all of those things, them gone are those days. They can't do that anymore. We take away that capability for them. No be Cameroon government take them away. Now me and you, even the few names where it there for Cameroon authorities them at the airport where they wait them for catch them. No be now no government agency should don't compile that list, give them. No. Now me and you. I don't know me how else to make una understand say. Now me and you they fight Amba terrorism. No be Cameroon government. No agency, no day where they don't create and for fight Amba terrorism. Now me and you, individually, we are doing the fantastic work. And now why the way when I go hear themselves, they can't make the confessions them. When your enemy, they get this kind of thing for talk about you. When I listen.
They recall him whether my country people, that loser, that criminal, that guy, he don't fight war for La Republic more than La Republic to Cameroon soldiers. I mean, every day he's trying to do something. For similar Republic defeat us. It be focused. It be so focused. To the point where they miss one day where never try to put something out there to derail our people, to confuse our people. It use the talent to destroy Amazonia. Yet we are not paying attention. I think say if that guy is a contractor, contractors. On a serious note, what we don't work for La Republic, it passed even Brigadier General Carr or Dr. Voler. On a serious note, because the guy did write every negative little thing we say.
Listen, whether or not you accept my country is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong.
So what terrorism means, and so many people in the community don't suffer in the hands of so many people, especially those abroad. They don't give orders. May this happen. We don't see online. Now they will claim say they talk about pidgin, they will claim say they use coded words like Gary them and this and that. They will get advocates like you, where if you go for UN or any of these organizations, them tell them say, okay, this is actually what this guy is saying. This guy is actually responsible for this. You understand? I think say at this point in time, this is about 7 to 8 years, we'll begin for them to see international community issue arrests or maybe arrest or even try judge some people them. When it will happen, because we are like at the end of the day,
the debate has shifted also. Why do I say the debate has shifted? Around between 2016, 2017, 2019, to be honest, the struggle, those had a high moral ground. because at that time, one person was the perpetrator of the state and the others were the victims. But when also the perpetrator or those who were supposed to prosecute a war of liberation became our perpetrators, they lost the moral high ground. When they started chopping hands and limbs, kidnapping people for ransom, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment, they will bury people alive, they will behead people alive. They lost that moral high ground in the eyes of the international community. And get it from here, I've spoken to a lot of people in it. They lost it. They lost it because the egregious crimes, human rights violations that they commit, the crime against humanity that they commit is appalling. You understand? And the world is not sleeping. Advocacy grinds slowly. I can tell you from authoritative sources that there are some of them living out of the US who cannot fly into the US. They're on a no-fly ban or a fly ban. They cannot get into the US. There are some in the US who are being prosecuted, who are being investigated. You understand? And there are others who I've seen that people are mounting pressure for the linchpin who lives in Norway, for him to be indicted or charges brought against him for crimes against humanity. Because some of them, their attitude is bestial. Their attitude is inhuman and inhumane. Let's not pretend because they are one of us. You understand? I stand on the fact that any violation committed by anybody should be held accountable. Because don't forget, when somebody gives order that somebody is beheaded, an Anglophone is beheaded in Bamessing and Boya, that Anglophone who is beheaded has family also.
Of course.
Not because you are supporting a so-called failed revolution, because they have derailed it. It's more of personal gain. Not because you are supporting it means that you should be blinded to the fact that they just killed one of your brothers. You understand? And you cannot come to liberate me and you end up becoming the violator. You understand? You cannot be the one who is claiming that you are there to fight for me. At the same time, Wole Soyinka wrote a book, The Swamp Dwellers, and I have a very good line where when things are not work, and Soyinka said, they threw the career, is it of any use changing one slaw for another? You understand? That's basically what is happening. You understand? Is it of any use changing the military for the boys who have arms? They are worst. They are worst. Can you imagine that they don't even respect the dead? They've seized corpses from people. People pay monies to go and bury their brothers and sisters. It's true that the state owes a duty to protect the civilian population, their lives and their property. The state has its role. And I would tell you that because also of our balanced reporting, people can criticize what they say, but I'll tell you, we run a very professional organization. You understand? And our reporting has met the test of time. That's why the US State Department, the UN, Amnesty International would always cite our report. That's why we couldn't get some of these awards, because they have vetted our reports. And don't forget, in another life also, I used to work in the UN as a human rights officer. So it's not somebody who goes live on Facebook will tell me professionally what is monitoring and reporting it. The problem with us is that if I monitor and I report what suits you, I become an extraterrestrial person in your eyes. The next day, when I report what you have done, which is condemnable, you insult me, I insult my family. But as I always say, it doesn't change anything. There's a time when accountability for gross violations, each and everybody who has contributed would be held accountable. Be you a member of the government or a member of the non-state armed groups. And I think that everybody who respects humanity should clamor on account for the accountability and an end to impunity. It might be, I used to work at the International Criminal Tribunal for Sierra Leone. The special court was created to try those who committed atrocities during the civil war in Sierra Leone. And there were people in government, people in the military, and people and the rebels that were tried. So all the parties that were involved in this conflict were tried. And I expect that someday will happen in Cameroon. There would be no peace for the wicked. Get me? There will be no peace. It might not be today, but someday these people who have committed this mayhem will be held accountable.
I really wish that they could come really, really quick. No one don't die before I see the people they suffer.
I know people you call federalists. They are all traitors.
Abobala and the rest.
No, he's a traitor. He said, we the biggest mistake of my leadership, the biggest mistake and what I really regret is that during the period of the revolution, we did not kill all of these people. It was a huge mistake.
But if you don't vote, what are you going to do in the street? You know, so to me, I first of all encourage people to vote. Go out, to register first, and then get ready when the time comes to vote. You know, so you have to be realistic also. And everybody complains that election nothing would change. But you know, I think there's a definition of insanity that is said doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. How do we think out of the box? What have we been doing that has not been working? How do we find a way to make the things work? You understand? Because so if every time we have been telling people to go and register and vote, okay, and they are not doing it, how do we use, for example, social media? How do we use entertainers to do skits or influencers to encourage people? How do we organize musical fairs? For example, we organize a musical event in Boya. Bring in the artists that young people like, but the only condition is that you have a voter's card to get in, for example. These are innovative ways. And then look at the last election was in 2018. Okay, then there's an election in 2025. So 18 to 25 is like 7 years. So between 7 years and the voters age is 20. So those who were 13 in 18, those who were 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 7 different ages are eligible to vote. That is a lot. What do they like? Are you going to use TikTok or Instagram to get them? Are you going to the kind of artists you will not bring? For example, I'm a Fela fan, or probably a Harry Dikoge fan, a Bona fan, probably to convince them. You know, you look at the Salatiels, for example. You look at the Renews, for example. You look at the Kosis, for example. They are relatable to them. You look at the skid makers, the Anti-Feliz, the senior pastors, and the co. You understand that they could do for them to do skits to that extent, which would help. Okay, so that is an angle, because now you would have a lot of people register, and then the opposition also. How do they build like the Union for Change that was built around Frundi in the 1992 elections? How do you build beyond political parties? Because the thing in Cameroon is that everybody thinks you have to be a politician. A politician is the way, the true, and the life. You understand that? But how do you build with civil society? And then if you are building, there are things that you have to look at. There is what I would call likability. There is what I would call electability, or winnability and governability. There are people that we like. Can they be elected? And if they're elected, can they govern? You ask yourself. So you put those criteria when you are trying to get a candidate or candidates, like, okay, let's look at the way the country is. Perhaps those in power, they might want to give up power, but they are finding a way out. You understand? Do you need a revolution or an evolution? Okay, you might say for yourself, for the time being, we need a revolution, but for the time being, we need an evolution because we don't want to alienate those who have the money and the military might. I'll give you an example. South Africa. What happened in South Africa? ANC realized that they had the numbers, but they could not defeat one of the strongest military forces in the world, the apartheid regime. The apartheid government realized that they had the strength, but the way the world was going, it was time for them to change. So they had to find a win-win situation where they did power sharing, you understand? And nobody lost face. We have to transpose that, you understand, within our context. Why it's difficult? Because a lot of people are very emotional. You understand? we want to take over. We don't want to do anything with the BR regime. It's not possible for a regime that has been in power for 42 years unless you are prepared to have a revolution. And how many of them are prepared to have a revolution? How many of them are prepared for an uprising? And don't forget, an uprising comes with a lot of consequences also.
That's true.
People being killed, there's looting, and it might grind the whole system. So you need to look at your own country, understand your reality. Who is that leader who can mobilize 5 million people in Cameroon? It's a bit difficult.
What do you think about the next president? And you said you say for you prefer, or you think an Anglophone president. It's time for an Anglophone president. You still stand on that?
Yes, I 100% think, and I religiously believe that it's time for an Anglophone to be president.
Ma ask the question, President. Because na Anglophone, or because you know some few Anglophones who you think they be competent?
It's a combination of many things. A state is made up of different groups of people, sociological composition. Cameroon has 10 regions, more than 250 tribes. Okay, and also you have to also try to be realistic the way when in looking at the state, and it's a way of also winning the minds and hearts of the people of the Southwest and Northwest who feel that they've been alienated from the central government, mainstream central government, who feel that there's a need for rotational presidency, you know, whether you call it zoning or rotational presidency between the Francophones and the Anglophones. And because these are historically two peoples who came together to form what we call Cameroon today. So you could share power. I know some people will say it's democracy, you allow the best candidate to win, but nothing stops the political parties to put in Anglophone candidates when is the time for an Anglophone president, and which I think is the next one. And you see, I'm not just saying that because somebody's an Anglophone, he should be president. No, they are competent, qualified persons who can lead the country. You understand? I mean, there are many. Okay, there are many people who can lead the country, and also it would go a long way also to make the Anglophones feel, you know, that they truly belong, you know, and it gives hope. You know, it gives hope to other Anglophones and to other people that this is truly Africa in miniature. You know, this is truly a country where we don't only speak about the unity, the strength of the two people coming together, but we actually see how it works in real life. But the issue that I'm trying to look at it is also, are the Anglophones ready? Because that's the thing, you know. Are we as a people ready to have an Anglophone president? The way we drag our leaders on social media, the way we destroy any potential person, you know, it might make the Francophones a bit weary, even if they want to encourage. I met a lot of Francophones who think that an Anglophone will make a better president. I'm talking about leaders of political parties, leaders of civil societies, and other opinion leaders who are Francophone. The thing that, but they ask me the question, you Anglophones, who are the people you are proposing? Because we know that you yourself would try to destroy them. That's not enough reason. And what I'm expecting is that frontline Anglophone political leaders and civil society and others opinion leaders, they have to sit down and make an assessment of their relationship with the state or with the and start asking themselves question: what happens in the next regime? What is going to be our common position? The Northerners are already talking about that the presidency has to go back to the North. You know, they are already building their alliance. But you can say, if you're not building an alliance, if you're not working as we speak, I've tried to get a few Anglophone leaders, talk to them. As we speak, I don't know anyone that is working again towards them coming together. But others are working. The people in the Western region are working. The Northerners are working. And if you are not preparing yourself, you don't blame anybody. So it's incumbent on us also. It's easy to say it's a time for an Anglophone president. Are we working towards ensuring that we have that person who has a capacity to lead, who can reconcile the country? Are we working to make sure that a lot of people are registered? Are we working to make sure the fact that the Francophones can be convinced that the way we mobilize we think that, are we working to build unity so that they see that, okay, if we have an Anglophone president, it could help to unite the country. You cannot be uniting the country when you cannot unite your own people. So there's a lot of work that has to be done, you know. I'm currently also working with a group of Anglophone youths, like 20 of them, to see how for them to know how or learn how to work in synergy, to build across their tribal and regional divide, and for them to see themselves as one, that they have a common interest, you know, and that what brings them together is stronger than what divides them. I mean, that when I mean them, us, you understand? So it's a Herculean task, but it's not impossible. You need people who can help, who can strategize, and this is not something that you sit to and be ranting on social media. It's more burning the midnight candles, working and coming up with a blueprint and talking to people and see how you can build a strong team that if you are negotiating with other Francophone opposition leaders or civil society, you can explain to them why candidate ABC, who are Anglophones, are better for the interest of the country for the time being. You understand? It might not be in the long run, but for the time being, we think that it would be nice if an Anglophone is president.
President, you run for president? You remember, so you know, give any politically correct answer. You answer the question.
Yes, I'll answer. Man is a political animal. That's the first thing. Meaning that you are open for opportunities. 2025, am I running? No. Am I running for 2025? No. Why? Because I don't think I'm ready. And also you have to be honest with yourself. It entails a lot. It entails a lot. It entails a lot of finances to raise that I don't have. You have to have a discussion with your family, with your kids, with your friends, that you want to run, and you have to build a team. 2025 is 1 year plus. So for the time being, where I'm sitting today, I'll tell you that I'm not running.